State, the site of our class today, and it is poetic that today's game carries that moniker as the matchup between these two schools is better known as the Sunflower Showdown. Glad to have you with us in Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas, home to the Jayhawks. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Jayhawks will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wildcats offense will get the ball first. Kansas enjoyed every single second of the Sunflower Showdown last time as the Jayhawks blew out the Power Cats.
It's so much fun. When you're the team that hasn't won the rivalry as many times as the other one, it's kind of been dominated by Kansas State. When you come out and you make a statement, like in-state, obviously, competitions, talked about year-round in the state. Nice to get a win in this matchup.
That was one of those wins, too, by Kansas that I don't think just got the attention of people in-state, but all around the Big 12 Conference as well. That was a statement. That was dominant, and they're going to try and do that again here today.
The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Slings it downfield. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Kansas State will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So Kansas offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. We've had our eye on this guy for most of the season, and what a weapon he is. He is making a charge for the Heisman Trophy. And, David, I don't really think many would argue with it.
No, because it's been crazy. He's been the focal point of this offense, and he continues to deliver week after week. He's a superstar, putting up big numbers, carrying his team on his back. Jesse, that's a tough spot to do that for a whole year because of the physical pounding. It's been tremendous so far.
Yeah, can he keep it up is the question. And I think when I think back to the first half of this college football season, I think a lot of the most memorable moments and the best highlights have been this guy, right? He has shown up for his football team. He's done incredible things. Can he do that now in the second half of the season and make that Heisman push?
Here's the pressure. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Jayhawks will line up to punt it away. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Fires on the move. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Out of the gun. The running back has it. Just enough there to get it to the 25. A pickup of 2. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun. Wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Creates a little room. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Plucks it out of the air. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to fire. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Still on his feet at the 45. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Wildcats look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Gets rid of it. Fires to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. And the Wildcats, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Wide receiver comes in motion. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! Strike through the air for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. The Jayhawks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the shotgun, the inside give. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. And the Jayhawks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. It's complete to the left. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. New set of downs after the completion. The give to the right. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. On the move, it's Perkins. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. All right, guys, let's chat about Kansas. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
To the air on first down. Looking down the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And it's caught inside the 20.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
Got his man on the right. How about the little toss out to the fullback to give him a touch?
And you said little toss because they're not trying to throw bombs to the fullback. This is a guy that's going to be more of a possession wide receiver, but if you can depend on him and he can catch the football consistently, you can get those little gains, those positive gains, and keep the defense in the low pockets.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This should be the last play of the quarter. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He wants it all. Touchdown, Kansas State. Fitted in the window for the score.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
That's the end of the period, and Kansas State is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
To the air, it's Willihan. Finds the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Jayhawks can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. It's complete on the right side. Turning it on. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
On third down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Perkins. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. And the Jayhawks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded you with 2 touchdown runs. I look for this offense to continue the physicality and hand that man.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pulls it in, it's Kane. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll go back to the ground. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The Jayhawks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Snagged in the middle, it's Balkinson. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Jayhawks are on the move. Might as well give it to him again. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. He's got it and still on his feet. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Archuk Jayhawk.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Snagged out of the air.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Outstanding athleticism, but not very efficient on the catch. That's a loss of yardage. The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete. Because he made the catch, but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Takes the handoff. It's Perkins. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Got enough for the first down. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, so much to break down, from a spirited start to the Sunflower Showdown between Kansas and K-State. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. Whether it's Rock Chalk or Emaw, these two always deliver. As compelling an in-state rivalry as there is.
To the air, it's Willihan. Sets up the screen. Breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Kansas and K-State have been battling for well over a century, many times sort of on the fringes of the spotlight, if not completely out of it in college football. But man, when they grab center stage, you realize just how intense it is.
It's intense. It's a fun rivalry. But here's the thing. Kansas State has really dominated this rivalry. And the Jayhawks, they got to fix that. They got to get that rectified, Palmer, because the Wildcats, year after year, they're continuing to find ways to win this matchup.
And these are two great fan bases for years. And we've loved our time whenever we visit Lawrence or you visit Manhattan. The nicest fans, but they're passionate fans as well, especially when they meet up in this rivalry game.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Lets it fly. Got a man in the middle. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Kansas State really has this drive rolling. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Out of the gun to give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Third down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Jayhawks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for room. It's Perkins. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Willihan. Moves around to clear up the vision. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
To the ground with the back. Fights off a defender. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. The give to the back. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And after putting an earlier field goal up, they'll try it again, this time a 45-yarder. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20 to 14.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Offside defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st? Power football with the run. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
They're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
Turning it on! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kansas!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle.
Oh, it's a fumble. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. The Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Wildcats come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the misconnection on third down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's getting plenty of work. Fourth time we've seen this guy punt it today. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Give to the back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And it's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried.
Oh, he's got some space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Fires to the big fella. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 2nd down coming up. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Whitaker. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Utah is getting smoked. This is unexpected. This is alarming. And I've been on social and already seen a couple of recruits change their minds. They're trailing by 38 to Cincinnati. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
They'll go right back to him. Breaks into the open. The 30. Inside the touchdown, Wildcats. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
27, Kansas. 24.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. The Jayhawks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Using his legs, it's Whitaker. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They're staring down the defense and this crowd on this huge 3rd and 4. Caught near the sticks. It's Little. At the 45 on its way. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Makes the grab. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. From the gun, running back on the move.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
So now it's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points. And this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
That's reeled in. It's Whitaker. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. The Wildcats take this year's Sunflower Showdown after handling the Jayhawks, and the Governor's Cup will find a home in the Little Apple. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation.